A new digital billboard at Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco is evoking mixed reactions.
It made me sick to my stomach.
It's an ad that shows support for ICE.
They have a job to do, too. That's it. I don't have a problem with them.
The billboard reads, Defensive Player of the Year, ICE. A group that calls itself American Sovereignty is behind the billboard. We tried to reach out to them to learn more about their motivation, but have not been able to reach anyone.
I'm worried for my neighbors. I'm worried for what is happening, and I'm worried to see it escalating here.
With the Super Bowl just days away, these concerned community members say they're doing something every day to get their message out.
Shout out to the folks that put them billboards up, man. That was pretty creative. Pretty creative, but what's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys pulling up today, man. We got to talk about this interview Pastor Jordan Wells just did with TMZ regarding the Super Bowl halftime show. Now, for those of you guys that are not familiar with Pastor Jordan Wells, pretty huge following on TikTok. We've covered him on this show a couple of times. Brother's doing great work over there. Great work. But we got to talk about this because the decision by the NFL to bring in Bad Bunny, in my opinion, I don't think it was a good one. Now, for those who don't know, Jay-Z, yes, the rapper Jay-Z, has been overseeing Super Bowl halftime bookings for a while now. I'm sure you guys are familiar. And whether you love or hated those choices, this one, this year, might be the most controversial one yet. Now, let me be clear. Before the internet loses its minds and you people come out here, trying to call us every name under the sun, the outrage isn't because Bad Bunny sings in Spanish. It's also not because he's considered somewhat allegedly sexually fluid. And it's not because of who he claims to be or, identify as. The real issue is this. It's the public image and the on-stage behavior that has a lot of people feeling uncomfortable. A lot of people don't feel that his on-stage behavior is what most people would call family friendly, especially for an event that markets itself as a national tradition watched by millions of children and people all around the daggone world. And here's where I start scratching my head. Y'all know me. Y'all see this hat? Y'all see this right here? I am an NFL fan. I have been a fan of the NFL dating back to the 80s. You hear me? Dating back to the 80s. LT, Walter Payton, Mike Singletary and those guys, man, it goes way back. My affinity for football. I'm from the South. My affinity for football, it goes way back. Seriously, Sundays, playoffs, Super Bowl, all of it. It's always been a part of my life. I don't watch any other sports other than football at this point. NBA's done. The Major League Baseball, I'm not interested. MLS is okay. I just hadn't 100% got on board. But the NFL and college football has been the go-to for me. But the NFL's relentless chase for more money, more clicks, more cultural clout has me asking a lot of serious questions. Who are they actually doing this for? Because it's starting to look like the league is perfectly fine alienating its long, loyal fan base in exchange for a crowd that, let's be honest, doesn't seem that interested in football. And at some point, you got to wonder, are they trying to grow the audience or are they trying to replace it? And if that's the plan, I'm sure it's not the brilliant strategy that they think it is. I don't think it is. But hit that like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into this interview.
Reverend Jordan Wells is a longtime Kansas City Chiefs fan, but he says he is boycotting the Super Bowl this year because of the choice of Bad Bunny for the halftime show. And he is joining us right now. Reverend Wells, welcome to TMZ Live.
How you guys doing? Thank you guys for having me.
We appreciate you coming on. So, is your objection rooted in his view of ICE and immigration, or is it because he sings in Spanish?
Honestly, I don't care. Like I said, I'm a pastor, so I pastor Black people, white people, Hispanic people. We have Hispanic people that follow our ministry. I'm a Christian, so I believe God calls to love all people. It has nothing to do with him being in Spanish. It has everything to do with his divisiveness as a star. The Super Bowl used to be, when I was growing up, we never even talked about the Super Bowl in politics. It was the one thing as Americans that caused us all to unite. That was what it was. Whether it was racism or the civil rights movement, it was always the Super Bowl that, and we weren't black, we weren't white, we weren't Democrat, we weren't Republicans, we were Americans. And this Bad Bunny is just not the right person. He's talking about very touchy subjects. He's talking about ICE. I think it's a divisive pick, and I have nothing against his music. I don't listen to it. I don't have anything with him being Hispanic or his music. If you are going to be on a platform that big, like Michael Jackson, like Prince, like the others, they stayed out of politics. You should not be a person who wants to demonize half of the country and then say, "Oh, well, come watch us. We want you to watch us and give us your views and give us your your dollars and your money and all that." No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be told I'm evil.
Reverend Wells, there have been other performers who, I'm not saying on the stage during the Super Bowl halftime. And by the way, we don't know that Bad Bunny is going to say anything political when he's actually doing the halftime show.
Did y'all not just watch these daggone Grammys? All of these daggone celebrities, these entertainers, they're all bought and paid for. If you think there's not going to be some form of political rhetoric or ideology out there or symbology, man, please stop it. Come on now.
But there have been other halftime performers who, before they were selected, had voiced political opinions. Beyonce, Bruce Springsteen, Jennifer Lopez. There have been artists who have been selected who expressed political opinions. So I don't understand that part of about the not wanting Bad Bunny to be the performer. Others before him have done this.
Well, in my opinion, he has made himself a centerpiece of politics. So where other ones might have said something here and there, he has been a political activist for one side. From him endorsing Kamala and the comments he made, I followed that because I was commenting on the election. He was very much a big-time Kamala supporter. So he already rubbed half the country wrong with a lot of his demonizing them. And then he...
But what if he were a Trump supporter? I mean, they're human beings and they support whoever they support. Like you could say, so if Kid Rock were doing the halftime show, should everyone boycott?
I don't think politics has any place in sport. Listen, this is me. I do politics, but that is not all I think about. I have a family. I don't want politics in just like the Grammys last night. America and everybody supported Kamala, and Trump still won the popular vote, and he still won. Americans are tired of celebrities that make $20 million a year telling us that we are bad people because Middle America, Southern America wants secure borders, and we want our immigration enforced. We're tired of it.
He's absolutely right. A lot of folks are tired of being lectured by these whack entertainers who we know are bought and paid for. Most of them aren't that talented. Large majority of them aren't that talented. They're not selling music, and this is all they have. I didn't watch the Grammys at all, and I can tell you the last time I watched the Grammys, to be honest with you. It might have been, was that Michael Jackson that was on there? That was back in the 90s or something like that. It's been a long time since I watched the Grammys. But Jordan's absolutely right. No one's checking for these entertainers for their opinion on what's going on in the political landscape of America. But I want you to hear from Roger Goodell and his thoughts on a cooperation with ICE, so forth and so on. Listen to this.
Though they are related, will there be any ICE enforcement operations, to your knowledge, around the Super Bowl, whether that's this week and not the game on Sunday? And then the second part, Bad Bunny made a pretty clear anti-ICE statement at the Grammys last night. What are you expecting in terms of political statement, whether that's from Bad Bunny or Green Day or any of the other performers?
On your first question, security is obviously one of the things we focus on the most. It's a Tier 1 level event that involves unique assets at the federal level, state level, and the local level, all working together. I see no change in that. In the preparations for the Super Bowl, we have not seen that. We're working with all three of those levels and doing everything we can to make sure it's a safe environment. And the federal government is a big part of that, including this administration and every other administration before that. I think Tier 1 is probably been the category we've had since at least the turn of the century, if not before that. So I just anticipate we'll continue to do the work to make it the safest event. On your second question, I think everybody in listen, Bad Bunny is and I think that was demonstrated last night, one of the great artists in the world. And that's one of the reasons we chose him. But the other reason is he understood the platform he was on, and that this platform is used to unite people and to be able to bring people together with their creativity, with their talents, and to be able to use this moment to do that. And I think artists in the past have done that. I think Bad Bunny understands that, and I think he'll have a great performance.
That was a really good corporate no answer. Hey, they pay Roger Goodell a ton of money to take the slings and arrows from everybody out there that shields the owners of the NFL. That was a great no answer from him. Hey, we're operating as business as usual. Move on, lady.
Look at this. This is the side of, give me some volume on this. Listen to this. After Bad Bunny called out ICE at the Grammys last night, the MAGA boycott of the Super Bowl, which is in just less than a week, is growing fast to the point where Turning Point USA has now announced its alternative halftime show. Let's take a look at who's performing. You got Kid Rock, Brantley, Gilbert Lee, Bryce, and Gabby Barrett. Those are the headlines for the alternative halftime show that Turning Point USA is putting on. It's even gotten to the point where Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, put out a statement saying that he wants the Department of Defense to play a role somehow. The official government Department of Defense to play a role in this alternative halftime show that Turning Point USA is putting on. At the same time, Bad Bunny's speech last night at the Grammys has gotten hundreds of millions of views worldwide, to the point where it completely overshadowed any alternative boycott that this MAGA crowd is doing. Pretty interesting stuff happening.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to transpire on Sunday. I do have intent on going to a friend's house to watch the ball game. We normally don't watch the halftime shows anyway, normally. And the game will be on the background. This will be the first time that I've had a chance to hang out with the homies because we've been pretty much snowed in for the better part of like 2 weeks. So I'm looking forward to that and just being around some good people, obviously eating some good food and things of that nature. We typically try to keep the politics out of things, typically. So I don't have any interest in watching the halftime show. I'm not a Bad Bunny fan. I'm not interested in whatever shenanigans he may pull on this platform. But at the same time, like I said earlier, the NFL is in the business of, likes, clicks, views, and follows like so many of us out there. And, to an extent, it makes me feel like they are trying to alienate the core fans, you know what I'm saying, in hopes that the newer fans will pick up the slack. I don't know how that's going to work for them. We'll see, what this looks like. I'm sure there will be a lot to discuss come Monday and Tuesday. We'll see. But I want to hear from you guys in the comment sections. 1, do you plan on watching the Super Bowl? 2, do you plan on ignoring the Super Bowl? Or do you plan on watching the Super Bowl but turning off the halftime show to go and watch Turning Point USA's alternative? Or will you just turn it off and just wait until the next second half starts to continue to watch the game? I know there's a lot of people out there, from the Washington State area, from the New England area. They're going to watch this game. They're going to watch this game. You can count on it because their teams are in the Super Bowl. For the rest of us, this is just the last remnants of football until next year, September. Not next year, September. This year, September. So this is it. And for those of us that really enjoy the game of football, my message to the NFL is say, hey, man, get out of politics. Keep it on ball. Seriously. Let's just discuss what's happening on the field and the shenanigans around the teams. It's like the men's, daily, weekly, monthly, annual soap opera. Who's going where, free agency, the draft, the combine, so forth and so on. Just keep it on ball. Seriously. But I want to hear from you guys in the comment sections. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. Consider joining the ARP family, or you can buy your brother a coffee. That link's in the description box below. As you can see, I got my Pray Don't Worry hoodie on. So if you don't have one of these, go get you one of those. That link's in the description box or down below. Come check us out, support us. I promise you, this is a good purchase. It's hoodie season. This thing is soft, it's comfortable. I'm loving it. But join us Tuesday, Friday for ARP in the morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if it's your first time in the chat, please let us know so we can properly welcome you to the show. And as always, keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.
It is God who arms me with strength. Yeah, I'm battle ready. He trains my hands for battle. My heart stays steady. But thanks be to God, he gives us the victory. Through my Lord Jesus Christ, fear can't live in me. I was down to the dirt, red clay on my shoes, old pain in my shirt, oh so bruised. Then the Lord hit my chest, kicked death from my breath, put power in my step.